Hey guys, welcome back to another video. If you're watching this video right now, either you are suffering through some sort of attachment style or you're like, what the hell does that even mean? And today I have your answer. I want to start off by sharing my experience in this. I studied this in school, and this was really important to me to bring to my relationship. So there's 4 types of attachment styles that start off in an early age. First one being secure, anxious, avoidant, and disorganized, also known as fearful avoidant. And each of the 4 styles have their own traits and characteristics. And as much as I would love to talk about all 4, today we're going to be talking about my anxious attachment that is ruining my relationships. I remember this was my favorite topic to learn just because I knew I was going to take this into my personal relationships. So for many years, psychologists actually been looking into this issue with the initial blueprint in 1907 by a man named John Bowlby and Mary Ainsworth. I believe I'm pronouncing their names right. We're also not gonna get into the history. Okay, so now you may be asking, then why the hell are you making this video? I think I just decided to kind of just share my vulnerability onto my channel. So I put the attachment theory is crucial in every relationship. Without it, we won't successfully know our partner's needs and desire. I used to be the one where I would start talking to someone and I would get so wrapped up on wanting to know everything about that person. It got to the point where I got so invested in this person and I did not know his attachment style, and I got so invested and then I got hurt at the end because I was like, I don't know how to I did not know how to go about it. I was just like, I hope that this thing that we have works, and it didn't. So anxious attachment is, like I said, one of the 4. It's usually driven by fears of abandonment, mistrust, and a lack of self-worth. Some people may just even have like a little bit of each, but I would say for mine, it's definitely like a fear of abandonment because, oh, I'm getting kind of deep here. I mean, I found a way to get through it, but it's not a healthy way to go through life. So this is a perfect example of an anxious attachment. Partner A gets really anxious throughout the day because partner B has not texted him back all day. I mean, of course, there's other scenarios, but that's like the first one I can think of. I made a video last week about my mid-20s, and I talked about how relationships were kind of going like this in my life. I think I focused more solely on trying to find a person and yada 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 I mentioned, but I feel like now that I'm getting older, I'm starting to really dive into the psychology of why I want things in my life. Sometimes I could be attached to an idea of something that's not even there. I don't know if that's called delusional. So I usually tend to talk to people who have an avoidant attachment style, which is like the far opposite of anxious attachment. So avoidants try to avoid emotional connection as much as possible. Instead of craving intimacy as much as anxious attachments are, they would rather just try to find a way to not really go deep into why they feel the way they feel, which tends to trigger the anxious attachment style even 10 times more, because it's like, why? If you're able to really find a balance of the 2 in the relationship, you're good. And honestly, your style of attachment may even change if you're able to learn from another. So some things I've been doing, kind of coping with this I wouldn't even call it an issue. I think it's more so well, I guess, yeah, it's a problem in my life that I'm trying to get rid of. My need of control is holding me back of so many things. That is like the main factor of why I get so anxious when I first meet someone. It's because I want to control the idea of how we're talking. I want to control the narrative of us and how our future is gonna go. But like, that's so bad, because usually when that happens, you get your heart broken because you're like, okay, like that is not what normal life is. Like, there are gonna be things and bumps in the road that just won't be that. It just won't be the perfect picture in your head, but like, you have to work through that. Secondly, I've been giving the love that I give to other people to myself. I try to go to parks. I try to, buy myself a great meal from time to time. I look in the mirror. I tell myself I look fucking sexy as shit. Whatever I'm giving to others or what I see and others that I want back to me. I just kind of receive it all. Thirdly, when I start talking to someone, just knowing in my head that it may not work out. I would get so blinded by the fact of just like allowing all the green flags to take over, and then I may get like 1 or 2 or 3 red flags. I'm like, oh well, the green flags weigh out more. People that come in your life really teaches you a lesson, and I think all the guys I've talked to in the past have taught me like the biggest lesson of literally all time, which is really to just love myself no matter what. But yeah, guys, that pretty much wraps up this video. I hope you all enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you give this video a thumbs up and subscribe. Also, let me know in the comment box below what your attachment style is. If you would like for me to really go over each one, let me know. Also, I love you, and I'll see you next week on a brand new video. Peace out.